Hi, it's Chris with Implied Music. Every chord needs a third, right? Well, somebody forgot to tell Stephen Sondheim that. The great Stephen Sondheim passed away last week. Let's take a look at some of the types of chords he used. Well, of course, I'm exaggerating. Stephen Sondheim did use thirds in his chords, but what I'm interested in talking about today is his use of ninths and extended tones, extended chords, you might call them jazz chords almost, in musical theater song. Beautiful instrumental forms, mysterious, exciting sonorities. And there's a couple of great tricks. Before we get into that, though, I want to remind you that Martin Heidenreich and I are running a holiday challenge with our subscribers. We're asking you to record 8 measures of Silent Night. Send us a video of it. Martin's going to string them all together. We'll do a little reveal on, I think, December 24th. You don't have much time. It closes December 6th. I'll link in the description, and that's the video announcement of it. But message Martin. He'll assign you one of 3 8-measure groups. It's a simple melody, easy to do and fun to work on. And hopefully we can get a crazy quilt kaleidoscope of different versions of this song. I'm trying to get it to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this month, by the end of the year, right? For no reason at all, except it's just super fun. I'm so happy that the channel is doing well, and proud of the work that you guys are doing also. And so I don't ordinarily put this at the top of the video, but hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. There's tons of content and value. If you're interested in learning how to manage your harmonic language, your rhythmic language on your instrument in the DAW, we don't really do production stuff so much here as musician stuff. I think I might be showing an unconscious bias here, but hey, it's a kind of music theory. It's a kind of music theory. Your own, really, your own. Find your own voice. So let's take a look on the screen at a couple of things. Well, I'm just going to roll this and we'll play a bit. So in Stephen Sondheim's musical Sunday in the Park with George, which follows the life of the painter George Seurat, a French, I guess you have to call it, he's a pointillist. Is it expressionism? Is it impressionism? I'm not sure. Early part of the 20th century, late part of the 19th century. And so it's kind of the musical languages from that. He opens the show with this lovely little phrase. It's just so spectacular. Let's take a look at those notes while I use the pedal to make it ring. It basically outlines what we'd have to call an E-flat major triad, but beginning on the 3rd, stepping down to the 9th, 5th, there's the root, and then continue up to the 5th. It's this beautiful sparkling sound, which is orchestrated in strings and glockenspiel. It's worth listening to. So this use of extended voicings and the added 9th is signature to him. I want to show you an example of a type of instrumental form that he uses in his piano parts, and you see it a lot in his early pieces, something, for instance, from Company. So look at this voicing here. That's a C chord with no 3rd. G, and there's our C. There's the 9th, or is it the 2nd? You know, let's call it the 9th. And there's the octave again. Sondheim would do routinely things like this in his piano accompaniments. And if we look closely at this, you can see an established root. And then this section here is the kind of like pumping part of the chord. There's no third anywhere in here. And then we've talked about this before. Sorry, that's a little bit loud. We've talked about that before. It's called a line cliche, or sometimes pianists call it a thumb line. And it gives some animation to the chord. So let's listen again to it. I'll just play what I recorded. I might have been a little heavy-handed in the thumb. If I was my piano teacher, I'd say, lay off that thumb. You're hitting it too hard. It's a beautiful sound, right? Really round and thick. Imagine a melody over the top. Well, I don't necessarily want you to have to imagine the melody, so I wrote a little something out. And it has applications for us when we're trying to make an epic sound in our orchestrations, or just create a thick texture that doesn't use too many instruments. Let's take a look at it. So I was asking myself the question, what would this be like in strings? And so I wrote a string arrangement, and here we can see it on the screen. I guess I should just play it on the strings. So the first chord is a C chord. You can see the roots in the bass, C, G, F, and then A, C, and a lovely little melody on top. Very diatonic. And you can see I've voiced this in very easy closed voicings in the strings. I might not actually do it this way if I was being careful, but here you've got an inverted C chord, E, G, C, an inverted G chord, D, G, E. The G is common, so it's just held. The F chord, everything has to move, and another inversion. And then the A minor chord, it's an open voicing, and it kind of gives you this lovely moment. Let's listen to what this sounds like. Pretty. There's something elegant about it. It's a little churchy, I guess I would say. Certainly one of my problems with it is it's perhaps too old-fashioned, perhaps a little too conventional. Listen again to, I won't talk over it this time. So my second offering of this replaces the thirds with ninths. They're actually a little bit difficult to tell apart, and I think that an uneducated ear might not even really hear them as different. But listen to we'll run it one more time, and this time listen to the complexity. Here, for instance, in the C chord, the D is a stand-in for the E. When that A comes in against the G, it's exciting. And then the G stays there for the F chord. I hope this has been useful. Like and subscribe. Check out the holiday challenge. Visit Martin's page. His channel is wonderful. I'll see you next time.